One of the most common questions that I get is, I can't can on my glass top stove. What can I use? So we're going to test out the Cadco professional cast iron range. Yes, we are. I ordered this just so that we could test it out and see how it works with pressure canning. This will be 100% about my canner and this range. So as you can see, it's boxed really nicely. Hey, I managed to lift it with my bad wrist, so we're good. It's not terribly heavy, and it's packaged very well. One of the things that they do have you do when you first open it is they want you to plug it in, turn that bad boy all the way up to its highest temperature, and let it run for about 10 minutes. And it will most likely smoke. I had to open my windows. It will most likely smoke, and that's okay. That's what's supposed to do. It's burning off all of the fun stuff. But let me show you how it goes as far as working with it with a canner. Look at that smoke. Yeah. I am impressed. At first I was a little bit worried, but I am impressed. It does seem to take a little bit longer to get to that heat needed to bring it up to the temperature, but I'm used to propane, which runs hot, but it did. As you can see, we're venting right now, and we're going to run through the entire process. It's going to be a 90-minute canning session after we vent. Okay, we just put the weighted regulator on, and now we're going to see if it comes up to pressure, because that's the test right there. I will tell you that if you choose this option, okay, that patience is going to be a virtue. So be patient. It will come up to pressure. It's coming up to pressure right now. And as soon as that starts jiggling, we can set our timer. From what I can tell so far, you are not going to have a problem with this trying to do a super hyper jiggle. It is basically holding at the hula dance. That's as good as it gets, which is good enough to start your timer. And literally, because I said that, it started moving a little bit faster. Using the Cadco range it has its advantages and its disadvantages, so you seriously need to think about this before you do it. If you have a stove that is not recommended for canning, if you have an old electric stove that does not have the ability to adapt to the canner element, which I'll link below, I think it's GE and Top Point, you cannot use this element on, but all the other ones you can. If you have the coil electric stove, if you want to be able to do this someplace else, you know, then this will work, but there are some things to consider. So I wrote them down, right? So the positives are, it's durable. That thing's durable. The cast iron construction, it's robust and it's built to last. So you'll have it for a long time. This is a really good thing. You won't have to worry about replacing it often, okay? The heat, it retains the heat really well. So because of the cast iron, it's excellent in retaining and evenly distributing the heat, which is crucial for maintaining the consistent pressure. That's super important for the regular, you know, pressure, the consistent pressure and temperature during the canning process. You guys know they can't be doing that up and down stuff, right? Now, it's powerful heating, obviously, okay? It provides sufficient power to bring large amounts of water to a boil. So if you're doing water bath canning, you know, this is really good too. Essential for achieving high temperatures needed. And it does build the pressure in the pressure canner. And I just used my 4 jars canner, comparable to, say, a Presto. Would this work with an All-American? I don't know. At this point, I wouldn't say so, okay? But if you have a Presto or if you have the 4 jars one, then I would say that this works pretty good. Portability. I mean, you saw it. It's super portable, right? And the temperature control, so it offers a nice precise temperature control. But when you're pressure canning, in this instance with the 4 jars canner, I had that baby cranked up from the minute I turned it on. So the negatives to this, because there are a few, right, is that the heating speed takes a while. It does take a while to heat up to the point that you need, especially for pressure canning. I mean, if you're just cooking on it, probably not, but for something like pressure canning, yeah. The size is nice. It's compact, but it might limit some of the stuff that you can do if you have a super big pressure canner, right? But I mean, 23 quart, you're good. And like I said, I don't necessarily recommend an All-American on this because I think it would take much longer to heat up to where you need it to get. And I don't know that it would heat up adequately to get your regulator moving. Cleaning and maintenance is, okay. So cast iron requires regular maintenance. It's not a big problem to keep it from rusting. You can do it. If you do it to your pans, you can do it to this, right? And adjusting the heat on the cast iron range can be slower compared to electric or gas ranges, potentially making it harder to fine tune. So if you're used to electric, I don't think this is much different. But now the biggest thing that I've got with this is that if you are somebody who has to can, okay, so where I'm at with my elevation, I have to can with 11 pounds of pressure with a regular regulator, okay? With a weighted regulator, I have to can at 10 pounds of pressure. So do I think that it will do much above that? No, I don't. I think that if I had put that other weight on there, that it would not have been able to move it. It would not have been able to jiggle adequately for canning. So I don't believe that it will work if you have to use 15 pounds of pressure with a weighted regulator. I have my doubts about it getting warm enough with a standard regulator to get above 11 pounds of pressure. So this is one of those things that I would only recommend for somebody who uses a weighted regulator, 10 pounds of pressure with a Presto or the 4 jars. Yeah. For everybody else, I'm going to keep searching, but not right away because I'm a working gal. You guys know, right? So I'll put the link down below so you can check it out. I think it's a great addition if you fit the parameters that this works with. I think it's a great addition to have. It's another option if you can't use your stove. Everybody should be able to can, but you have to make the choice from there based on just what I've found today and what you actually work with. So yes, it works, but not for everybody and not for every canner. I really don't believe this will hold up to an All-American. It'll handle the weight. I don't think it'll get hot enough. That's the key right there. I don't think it'll get hot enough to actually move the regulator. So yeah, okay, links down below if you're interested, if this is a solution for you. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me while I tested this out. It's going to be so much fun. Check back tomorrow and I'll show you what I was canning today. Until next time, everybody, be safe. If you're interested in pressure canning, take a look at this playlist right here. It will do a 101 for your Presto, walk you through the whole process, make you feel super comfortable because you can do this. Anybody can do this. Until next time, everybody, be safe.